Welcome back to Time Warner Cable's Local Edition. My name is Brad Pomerance. We are joined by Bobby Arias. He is the president and CEO of Communities in Schools, which is what, sir?
Communities in Schools is a local affiliate for the nation's largest dropout prevention program. I've been with the program for 25 years, and we argue essentially that we need to call the question on education, service delivery, and violence of youth, and we redirect existing services right out of the school.
And I want to talk about dropout rates. As we know, in California, they actually are trending downward, which is very good news. The challenge, though, is that for certain communities, they are not trending downward. They are trending upward. Those are Latino students, African American students, students that come from economically disadvantaged homes, English language learners, and the San Fernando Valley has a lot of those communities in its midst.
Absolutely.
So talk to us about the challenges you face.
Well, they're abundant, and what we've argued is when the least of our children fail, a piece of ourselves fails. And that there is indeed a role for everyone to play, which is a great segue to the Coalition on Gangs, which is what I'm here to talk about.
Let's talk about the San Fernando Valley Coalition on Gangs.
Well, what we decided that we would do is meet with the police, and at the time it was Chief Bergman, and begin to convene the community, because there is a role for everyone to play. So we brought the city attorney and Park and Rec and service providing agencies, with children and family, mental health, and really began to convene around this particular epidemic that we face in this country, and that is gang-involved, gang-affiliated gang violence. And we began to realize, I do not have a gang background at all. I have multiple graduate degrees. But what I found in 1990, my best friend's son was murdered in a drive-by shooting, Blinky Rodriguez. And we decided to merge forces, have him deal with the streets and the realities of what children are having to deal with in the streets. And then my job was really, once they intellectually decide that they want to change their life, to help them attain education and realize their dreams.
Are you having success? Because the gang culture, we can put the violence aside for a second, there is that sense of camaraderie, that sense of fraternity that so often these gang members are seeking. Violence aside, they want to be part of something greater than themselves.
You're right, they want to belong to something. And you know, our job isn't necessarily, we want you out of the gang. What we want you to do is get out of the gang negative lifestyle. In some cases, and this is the what is, not the what ought to be, it's not in the best interest physically for a kid to say, I'm no longer in this particular neighborhood. They live in that neighborhood. Our responsibility, I think, as a community is begin to introduce them to the wonders of their universe, to begin to show them that there's a life outside of what they see at the street corner.
So are you creating different communities for them? Because that really is the key, because they're just looking for that friend.
They're looking for that friend, and we're providing that friend through an assortment of partnerships, as I said, not only with existing services here in the Valley, but we've engaged the 4 universities in LA. They're intimately involved in our providing services. That would be SC, my alma mater, UCLA, Cal State Northridge, Cal State LA, and they provide not only counseling services, but tutoring services, mentoring services.
Are you getting these kids into college?
Absolutely. And you know, more importantly, because you know, college is a great thing, we're beginning to show them that they can realize their dreams, and there's life outside of slinging dope on the corner, that they can begin to acquire the skill sets that they need. So we've have partnerships through the coalition, through Communities in Schools, with charter schools, with professional development schools, universities.
Congratulations. I wish you the best.
Thank you, Brad.
His name is Bobby Arias. He is with Communities in Schools. My name is Brad Pomerance, and this is Time Warner Cable's Local Edition.